Oh, with a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Lost World, Deadly 6th Edition for Wii U. We're gonna get straight into Sky Road Zone 3. Now, as I did say before, oh, gotta hold B or I'm gonna fall. I can let go of the ZR button for once. I did say in the last episode that Sky Road, despite being named after a sky world, it's kind of just a combination of previous levels. Indeed, it was hard to define the last one, I admit. That was probably original. But yeah, we started off with Windy Hill and now we're entering typical bonus level affair. And it's pretty tough actually. I've passed the checkpoint and got some rings thankfully, so I'm not out of it just yet. But you saw when I did the bonus level in World 3, it gave me some challenge, and this is the first one to actually be required, so I know that at some point of the game, a lot of people won't have had any experience with bonus levels yet, and they'll be wasting all their lives. Right, there goes the trash. I'll pick that up in about 20 minutes. God, I'm looking forward to hearing that back. Anyway, yeah, I know that on my first playthrough I probably hadn't done any bonus levels at this point, so I was still figuring out the controls, and I was being like, I'm literally just floating through the air and it's just dropping me off the top of the screen and I'm dying and there's nothing I can do about it. No, gotta hold B to go down, you naturally float upwards. Just a reminder in case you weren't there to see the bonus level and you wanted some guidance for this level. Now this is the trickiest part. Good idea to get some rings. I mean, if you do lose a ring in this section, you're not gonna get it back, so it doesn't really matter how many rings you have, but if you land on the parachutes of the enemies, then they'll be sent plummeting to their doom, and then Sonic is sent flying upwards to his doom. So I do remember what I was also thinking at this point of the game, apart from why does it keep killing me? I was more just thinking, so this is where we fight Zavok, the leader of the Deadly Six. Isn't this place a bit friendly for a final world? I mean, I appreciate it, because normally really challenging lava final worlds, a bit of a stereotype I wouldn't miss exactly. I quite like friendly final worlds. I can't name many of them, maybe a few, but if I did, they'd probably all constitute as spoilers, because, you know, final level and such. But yeah, we are actually going through a bit of a Sky stroke Windy Hill throwback level. To be honest, I can't remember the next level we're going to be doing, so we'll have to see what it throws us back to. Wait for that thing to fire all of its missiles, and then it'll charge forward. That's your chance to get underneath it. Unfortunately, I went a bit too far. Or maybe I'm supposed to wait a bit longer. We'll find out, I'm sure. And then we'll have a meeting with Zavok. Oh, exciting stuff. Oh, no, that's it. You need to get underneath the missiles and then float upwards into them to fire them back at Mr. Ship. Yeah, Mr. Ship, I'm sure that's what it's called. Doesn't even look that masculine. But of course he's gonna keep... Oh. Can't really explain that one. Did I have to land on top of that one? I'll give this one more go on screen, and if I die again then I'll spend some time figuring it out for myself, and then I'll come back with a clear idea. So, come on, mate. Yeah, okay, I just glided into that thing without holding anything and it hurt me again. And once you get hurt here, there's no way to get your rings back, so have fun. Just don't get hit more than once. Yeah, you do kind of have to be holding B as you approach the missile. Oh, you can drop down onto them. That's a much easier way to do it than going back upwards into them. And then that allows you to sail over the top, and then that's the end of the level, right? Should hope so, because there's only 73 seconds left. We just get a completely white screen. Thanks, it's not like I've had an ulcer on my eye before. And oh yeah, I need to get some more animals. Yay, BRB. Oh look, I found a circus in the Frozen Factory, because everybody loves the Frozen Factory. Yes, it's... Oh no, this one's quite challenging actually. I don't know if I've shown it on screen or not, because I've done quite a few of these circus things off screen back in the last world when I needed to train up a ridiculous number of animals to progress. But this one, if I haven't shown it yet, I find it quite challenging because you need to be looking at the gamepad rather than the TV, because this platform I'm moving is gamepad controlled. Unless you're playing the Steam version, in which case it's probably just left and right and it'd be a lot easier, to be honest. But yeah, I often lose track of Sonic. It's not so bad here actually, but usually you're controlling both Sonic and Tails at the same time. And Sonic does kind of blend into the background. There you go, you get 3 tries, or... yeah, 1. And then there's a 0 lives as well, or until you run out of time. Well, now I've got enough animals. I didn't even need to cut. I remember... I think what I did with this one is that I showed me finishing it without showing the actual main content. That was how I got enough animals last time, but instead of having Sonic and Tails, it was a little Easter egg. It even said, control Sonic and Tails, but it was actually Cubot's head rather than Tails. It was even harder to see than Tails. But anyway, let's move into Zone 4.
One by one, your friends are falling. Soon, you will be all alone.
Sonic! I never got to say! All the Son Amy shipping is completely unfounded and I have no romantic feelings towards you! I'm sorry, Sonic!
And then she died. Bye bye, Amy. Oh well, at least you get to be the best character in the next Sonic game. Which isn't saying much, but admittedly when I was playing Rise of Lyric, Amy's hammer was more useful for beating up than everyone else, and she's got that triple jump, and she's also got the best design in Sonic Boom because it's the most faithful and the prettiest, I guess. But enough about Sonic Boom, because that's tripe. This game's great. However, we're playing potentially the hardest level in the game right now, and it can be quite annoying if you don't know how to do it. And trust me, when you play this level for the first time, you don't know how to do it. Not the level's easy enough. I mean, it's not easy by any means, but the boss. Like Sonic Lost World, it's criticised and renowned for having easy bosses, but this world has a ridiculous boss battle, and you will see it at the end. I don't like to use the Rhythm Wisp in that section. It's just more danger than it's worth. There is a section coming up where the Rhythm Wisp is actually useful, but I don't like to use it there. So by the time this video is out, Sonic Lost World will have finally been released on Steam. I mean, it will have probably been released several episodes ago, but this is the first time I'm recording, knowing that it will have come out, and ironically, this is also the first episode I've recorded since getting a Steam. I've owned £40 in Steam vouchers for months because my old place of work, the co-op, gave me some vouchers as a leaving present. But I was always waiting for a Steam sale before I actually made my account. Because I've never had one up to now because I'm very much a Nintendo loyalist and I like owning boxes for all my games. And even now I've got a Steam, I'm still not gonna use it for much besides the games I'm spending my vouchers on. Because I do just really love to have boxes for all my games. But indeed, seeing as everyone's been raving about it, I got Undertale, and I mean, how could I not? Undertale, Tale of the Toaster, it was a given. And indeed, I'm enjoying it quite a lot, so I've still got about £30 left. I've also got a boxed copy of Sonic Generations, which I can redeem the voucher for now that I've got Steam. So I don't expect to use it much. If you want to add me on Steam, my name is ridiculously obvious. It's TaleOfTheToaster. But if you did just get Sonic Lost World on Steam, I wouldn't be surprised if you came to this Let's Play for guidance with this level. It's tough. What I should explain is that those yellow and black things, when you're going down this slippery slope, you'll eventually be stopped by one of those barriers. You need to hold right. You automatically hold on to it. You need to... Okay, I can't explain that. You need to hold right so that if you just drop through with the B button, which is what I've been doing up to now, then you'll just drop off the edge. You need to carry yourself over to the other side of the planet to keep going down this very slip sand galaxy style slide. But you can't hold on to this for too long or it will just break. Coming up, the next kind of pole, there will be... I'll demonstrate when I'm on it. If you go a little further, there's a 1-up on that side. No red ring, just a 1-up. But it's not worth it because I always drop off and run out of time before I get that far. You're just better off being safe. Because you lose more lives trying to get that than you do actually, you know, recover. But anyway, we're actually getting towards the boss now, so this may not have seemed too tough so far, but it is the boss that provides trouble, and oh boy, it takes some explaining. Like, I'm gonna struggle to explain how to do it, to be honest, because I'll be so focused on actually making sure I'm capable of doing it myself. But for now, make sure you're pressing the Y button to bounce higher on those springs. Get you to your destination. Don't hold the run button when you're on this thing or it'll just make you wall cling. Especially at this bit, if you wall cling up and go too fast, you'll just go straight over the edge and miss the spring and fall to your doom. Oh no! I ain't doing it like that! Okay, apparently I am. I'm dead. I really don't want to die because... Okay, I've got 9 lives, that should be fine, but... really challenging boss. I suppose I won't mind dying a few times, it'll give me more chances to explain how to beat him. But basically it makes use of a mechanic that's been here the whole game, but it's never once been made obvious to you and only now are you just expected to use it. It's a bit of a flaw with Sonic Lost World. I always have been saying throughout this LP that I think Sonic Lost World is underrated and one of the better Sonic games in my opinion. I never said it was flawless. This battle is a bit of a flaw, and it also means that the kiddies who've been beating the easy bosses up to this point and have been using the skip button on the levels to get this far, yeah, this is the end of the road for them, because they need to beat bosses and they're not getting past this one. They probably didn't get past the last Zavok boss, to be honest, because that's really challenging as well. Okay, I'm guaranteed to get hit here. Try to get back as many of the rings as you can, Sonbud. Sonbud. Yeah, me and Sonic were top class pals. I suppose we should be. I do main him in Smash and promote his Lost World game, which really needs the promotion. Once we get past this fiery Helirin, it's time for the boss.
Playtime is over, Hedgehog.
Ah, it just makes you want to crack your knuckles in real life. And speaking of cracking knuckles, I think Knuckles has been cracked, to be honest, and Amy. So this battle comes in 3 phases. The first isn't too tough, but it still takes a while to figure it out. If you homing attack into Zavok, he'll block and you'll just take damage, or you'll kind of spring up into the air and land back on him. If you kick him, it will stun him. You need to homing attack afterwards. You can knock him into his own electrical shocks to do a bit of damage. But no matter how you do it, he'll take a certain amount of hits and then he'll move on to the 3rd phase. The 3rd phase is what's difficult. So you need to, for the first 2 phases, treat him like the spider enemy. You damage him by hitting Y and A. but not necessarily in sequence, because something I've neglected to mention is that the homing attack actually gets stronger the longer you wait to use it. Like, I'll kick him, you'll notice more and more rings gathering around the homing attack itself there. So the longer you wait with your homing attack, the more damage you will cause. And in this third phase, Zavok has infinite HP. It's not a case of just hitting him and hitting him. You need to knock him off the side. So once this laser goes away, Undertale's taught me that blue lasers don't hurt you, but that's not the case here. You need to charge your homing attack up so much that it knocks him off the side. If you just don't charge it enough to do a regular homing attack, or even a somewhat charged homing attack, you'll just take damage. You need to charge it loads to knock him off the side. But there we go. We beat Zavok. So just, yeah, if you came here for guidance, first two phases, hit Y and then hit A. You don't really need to charge the homing attack, but third phase, you simply must. It's a tough boss. It took me a lot of figuring out, and even the internet walkthroughs don't really make it that clear how to do it. So I hope that helped out if you needed my guidance. I don't know why it's not giving me a time. I guess it only gives me a time if I don't die. Anyway, so that wasn't the final boss. No, next time it's Lava Mountain. TTFN.